Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson. You're watching channeled messages from the councils, whether it's the Council of Nine, Council of Light, or any other light beings that wish to come and give us not just messages, but coordinates. And for those that do not understand or know exactly what coordinates are, they gave us different numbers or colors, etc., actual coordinates to have our highest self go to a certain location, whether it's here on Earth, a different dimension, different universe, different galaxy, different timeline, um, different lifetime. And it is so that as a whole, the complete, all of us, a collective, can remember each one of us who we really are and what we have done, what we're capable of, what we bring to the table, who we really are deep down, and who our higher self truly is. Now, this type of um, coordinates usually brings about some energy, healing energy, or brings about the initiation of your remembrance of your gifts. And we all have gifts we just a lot of the times have forgotten, or we came into this lifetime remembering, but then we lost it due to society, due to our life, due to our traumas, etc., etc. And sometimes we choose to forget or put it aside uh, due to the fact that, we were made fun of or we were thought we were going crazy, etc., etc. Just remember each and every one of us is divine being because this is just a meat suit. What truly is of value is what is inside of us, that energy that some people call soul, some people call spirit, some people call our higher self. So with that being said, for those that are willing to participate, remember to surrender and trust us. And if you do not know how to travel with us, just set the intention to go wherever we go. Close your eyes, take a nice, long, slow cleansing breath. So that means filling your lungs completely, nice and slow. And when you exhale, exhale completely, nice and slow. And then continue breathing naturally. And now I open the floor to our other members that are here. And my understanding is that one of you, at least Jazz, has the beginning coordinates.
10, 23, 9, 16, 3, Pink Pagoda. 10, 23, 9, 16, 3, Pink Pagoda.
Mm.
I also have coordinates, just so I like to speak coordinates.
Okay. Well, for me, as soon as you started giving the coordinates, I ended up being in an world full of beings that uh, resemble different insects. Let's just say that. I see beings that are like grasshoppers and mosquitoes, but they're all communicating with each other, like intelligent conversations. Um, they have a city. I mean, I see what we will call a city. And I see them with suits, what we call suits. I see some with robes. Um, and they're just walking around and going about their day. Like if they were humans, like you could see it in a big city, like New York City, for example, you will be able to see everybody just walking around with their briefcases or their purses or their backpacks, walking around, getting into buildings, dressed accordingly. Um, so there's a little bit of everything, all just basically the same uh, in comparison to New York City, say, for example. Um, and I see that I see myself just walking through. Now, I don't know if I'm also what you would call an insect or not, because I have not looked down at this very moment. I'm just looking at the stores and at transportation, loosely, transportation vehicles. But they look more like hovering cars, that kind of thing. Mm, I don't think I've seen one actually touch the ground. Um, okay, so I'm just walking around. Anybody have anything else to add, or if you're in a different place, go for it.
Mm. There is a pathway in front of us,
Mhm.
and we're being asked to follow that pathway because it will lead us to a park slash temple area where there is a pink pagoda.
Okay.
There's also trees in blossom similar to cherry trees. I don't know if they're cherry trees, but pink blossoms.
Hmm.
So there's a pink pagoda.
Hmm.
There's kind of an oriental feel about it. Maybe because of the pagoda, I'm not sure, but um, this strikes me as being very serene. Mm, as I walk around the pagoda, there are embedded gemstones, not crystals, but gemstones
Hmm.
at various points that are used in ceremonial um, offerings.
Okay. I do see the pink pagoda and I feel the tranquility of the environment.
There's an Andromeda representative coming into the center of the pagoda who has a message for us.
Mhm.
And he's asking Glenda if she will receive it.
At this moment, um, I have been sent to reiterate that when you on earth Stay calm. Stay peaceful. No matter what chaos is occurring all around you, you will stay in a higher frequency of energy. That higher frequency of energy is what will help you, give you the opportunity to see different avenues, to see the opportunities are in front of you to show by example and be the true divine light being that you are. Right now, darker forces are trying to bring the frequency of terror really to a point of way below 3D, or what you call 3D. We ask that you remain peaceful and remain in your well-being so that you can be the example. If you carry high frequency, the high frequency will be spread to those around you, to that situation around you, and you will see resolutions that benefit everyone for the greatest good of everyone. Remember, you are to live by example. As I've heard many of you say, not just talk, but also do the walk. It's a saying that I find very funny, very strange, that you humans have to remind yourselves not to just say things, but say things with intention from your heart and to live upon the words that you say. Now's your opportunity. Rise above the chaos. Don't allow it to bring you down. Rise and keep rising. There are going to be days or times where you are going to feel pressured and you're going to feel the pulling. Do your best. Just keep moving forward and keep reminding yourself you are the example. You are the example. You are the example. Think and do what's better. Don't rush. Don't open your mouth. Don't speak. Breathe. Breathe before that statement comes out. Breathe before you take that action or that reaction, as you call it. Be in the moment. Just like I am speaking so, with calmness, with peacefulness, you are also capable. You are actually capable of much, much more. Be wise in your words and your thoughts. Be generous with good. Doesn't mean by your way of being that it means giving all of your items away. It means be kind. It means put a smile on people's faces. Open doors. Hold them open. Say, have a good day. Say, good afternoon, good morning. Don't allow the chaos and the energy that that chaos is producing to change who you truly are. Most of you have worked very hard to heal and to release. And this is the year where that will be tested. We are all here to help. We're just a word away. Now I will let you go and continue in your journey. Peace be all with all of you. Love be unified, and presence just be.
It was also a side topic of recognizing that we will all fail at some point or make mistakes, if you wish to say it that way. But even in how we treat those mistakes, we are to be the example.
Mm-hmm.
We can recognize that a lesson needs to be learned, and how do we approach it? What do we do that will make our path more steady, will shed whatever it is that's in our way? Or do we retreat to old patterns that are no longer useful, but they're convenient? But as you spoke, there are vines around some of the pillars of the pagoda that have just breathtakingly blossomed with a jasmine scented-ish flower. And we're asked to look at those flowers, take in the scent that's there. And even with such loveliness, you will see that some of the flowers start to fade. It's all part of the cycle. It's all part of our cycle. But those flowers that are fading still bring life to them, because there is a seed that is released and renewal comes forth. We need to recognize the seeds, allow them to be planted, and move on. We don't need to wait and watch and wonder and worry whether or not they will sprout. They will, in their own good time. Not necessarily our timeline. Often inconvenient. We're creatures of seeing and needing to see our successes, or so we think.
Mm-hmm.
If you're finished,
Mm-hmm.
They took me to the light speed coordinates, sorry. But they have allowed me to kind of be aware of two places at once. at the light speed location, there was the great honking of horns and noise, like a modern, as we understand modern technology kind of stuff. That was like the fast pace and all the honking of horns. And then they showed me an idyllic pasture with cows just kind of moseying and grazing. The message was that both things can exist, but you have to put them together. You can't have one over here and one over there. In order to bring that peace and tranquility into the technology piece, you've got to bring the spirituality and whatnot with it. It's the two have somehow got to blend, is what they were saying. And when they showed me your coordinates, the peaceful energy was light and fluffy compared to the peacefulness in where the technology had to blend. It was like that peacefulness was deep and strong, but it didn't connect with the technology, and so the two things go in their separate ways and are out of balance, and it's all about bringing the two together to be in balance. One does not exist at the expense of the other. I think that's sums up everything so far.
Mm. Okay, thank you. Now, do you still have the coordinates? Maybe we would
Yes.
like to go there.
Okay.
So,
The coordinates are 173249 light speed. 173249 light speed.
so I see that this is kind of funny, but I see like two computer screens. One where you had what you call the noise, the city life, the technology, the fast pace, and then the countryside. And then I see them uniting into one screen right in front of me, which is the peace within, no matter what's happening outside. So the person or the being is walking very peaceful, very tranquil, while everything else is running around kind of crazy all around them. But they will do not change. They will stay and be who they're meant to be, while everything else is fast paced. They're choosing where to go, and they're choosing what to do and what to receive and what to let go. So it's basically still be who you're meant to be and be the example. No matter how fast paced everybody else is going, how crazy everything else is, stand within your own, be who you're meant to be who you are, be the example. And they do blend in because the being is choosing what it will use from the fast-paced world, but at their own speed. They're not rushing, they're not pushing others around, they're taking everything methodical, very intentional, very well coordinated. And now I see other beings also that come near that one being, also starting to slow down, be with intention, get what they need and leave behind what they don't, and starting to just change to who they really are meant to be all around. That's the way I'm seeing it. Some people may see it differently, which is okay. Jazz, do you have anything to add?
Um, there seems to be a red patch of land um, that is to be avoided. For those that come near it, it will open, and whatever is approaching will be no longer.
Eh, From my understanding, it's like the patch of total negativity, um,
Yes.
like jealousy, envy, um, egotistical behavior, narcissistic behavior, um, not thinking about others around you, but it's always me, 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 that kind of behavior. If you're experiencing that kind of thing and you go near that patch, it will suck you in because that's how it feeds. And it's great red grass, I guess I will call it, growing. So it is a place for you to know that that's not where you want to be. You really want to be in the lighter, brighter, because it's a dark, basic hole once it captures you. And it's going to be very hard to get out of it. That's what is feeding chaos.
Mhm.
That's,
But I think the lesson in addition is that uh, we have choices to make,
mhm, mhm,
and you choose. If you choose to go near the red patch,
mhm,
so be it. But you know consciously what risks you take.
mhm,
If you choose the path of peace, um, you know what to expect as well.
mhm.
And for
Yes.
everyone who uh, is the leader and pattern for others to follow in a path of peace, there is likewise a leader who will take you on the path of red negativity.
Mhm.
We're,
Yes.
we're asked to open our eyes to see clearly. Sometimes in the human world, people are so absorbed in their computers or their phones or any of their electronic devices. Um, they've allowed their senses, their thinking to become numbed. And we have to shake clear of that. We have to put the devices down.
Mhm,
There's good value in many of the things that they're able to accomplish for us, but not to be controlled by them, not to allow ourselves to become numb and void inside, basically, because we've allowed that technology to be the greater part of who we are rather than recognizing our divine birthright.
mhm. Very true. And we have all been in that tug of war. We have all felt it at one point or another. And it is now time to make direct, intentional choices. Yeah, I'm still walking the opposite way. I like bright. Uh, um, okay, so now I'm seeing a lot of, oh, I can't remember the name of the insect. It's long, green, moves very slow, usually means good luck. Mm,
Mantis?
yes, I'm seeing a lot of those. Um, so that's definitely a confirmation for me. We're not on Earth, um, but we are in a place that resembles Earth living, basically. Praying mantis is they're dressed and talking, they're or communicating with me. Um, okay, I'm sorry, but I'm seeing one with a little bow tie. I can't. I don't. I am not being disrespectful to anyone or anything, but
Must be Jiminy Cricket's friend.
mm,
Conducting a symphony while he's at it. So
that's the cutest. The cutest. That's all I can say. It's the cutest. So,
it's interesting to see insects, or what we perceive as insects,
right.
to be dressed, period, let alone with a bow tie. Um, it's a very whimsical in as far as human constructs go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's funny when the pasture was described, it was like, yeah, and that cow has not only cow patties, but a lot of methane. It was just both. I think the message was is that both technology and nature have their own mm, pleasantness and unpleasantness.
Right. Right.
And you take them with a grain of salt, and you go on. It's
Mm-hmm.
the cow patties lead to flowers, so yeah, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm sure the cows are grateful. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oof.
but it's reaffirming to recognize that we do have the opportunity to make choices to change
Mm-hmm.
and to alter our path. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
to stay on a path that is not nurturing, a path that is not leading us to greater light.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
But I'm kind of feeling a nudge to
Mm.
close our time.
Yep. So I am being told that Leaf has to lead us down. Leave. bring us down. Oh, she's still in the cow pasture.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. All right, so let's go. Take deep breaths. 5. Take one really big cleansing breath to leave anything you want to leave behind. It's just been lingering on in your field, and it's time to let it go. 3, start to feel your body. 2, start noticing the environment, your own sounds, the brightness, or if it's at night for you, the darkness, whatever. 1, you're fully back down. You could take a nice deep breath just to cleanse again. And remember to smile. Through the whole day, just smile. Through the whole night, just smile. Tomorrow, wake up, be grateful, and smile. With that being said, we thank you, everyone that's here, that joins us every week. Remember to share, to subscribe if you have not. And if you wish to send any feedback or anything that you feel you want to share, please do so. You could either do it in the comments or you could send me an email directly at glendasmagicalcreations@gmail.com. Many blessings, and as always, we love you. Bye.